My name's Rod Fuller. I live in Caloundra here now. My dad was the lightkeeper here in 1934. I started school here with my brother and my sister. She was older, she had to go to boarding school. She went to St Margaret's. We lived here for a few years and enjoyed our life here. I joined the Lighthouse Service as an apprentice lighthouse mechanic. I was stationed at Newfarm, at the depot at Newfarm, and I came up here on a couple of occasions in an old army jeep which we had and serviced the old Caloundra Lighthouse. My dad was a great friend of Lloyd Clark. He was father of Lloyd and sons and daughters. They had the fish markets up here at the time, and they used to bring in big hauls of mullet, and which they still do at this present day. The siblings are carrying on with that occupation. Lloyd, I always remember Lloyd as a little boy. I was fascinated. He used to go out in the passage in a longboat. One fellow used to row, and he used to stand on the bar with a harpoon and harpoon big groper. Massive big fish they were, and he was a great fisherman. But Lloyd just recently passed away. There's not too many of us left now. I'm very happy to come up here today and meet the gentlemen who are doing a fine job looking after the light, and I hope to see them more often. There's a couple of things I remember, although I was very young at the time. But I remember the bullock teams dragging logs up Bulcock Street. It was only an old dirt road, but it was fascinating to see them, and I remember a few things, little incidents in my school days. We had an Aboriginal boy in our class, and one boy brought a great big carpet snake to school one day, dragging it on a piece of rope, but that's about all I remember of my school days. I'm going to try and dig up some more information from my brother and sister who are older than me, and I think they'll remember a lot more than I do, so when I get that information I'll pass it on. During that time, yeah, well, one of my duties was, when I came up to service the diesel motor, was to probably clean the light out. And yeah, things were pretty dusty and dirty at that time. It was always well maintained. Yeah. I know there used to be a spring. We used to have a stile over the fence. Down here. Yeah. And somebody said the spring's still there.
Oh yeah.
A little running spring down here in the valley. I remember the breaksea spit. That's the lightship off Fraser. Cape Leeuwin, they used to take them in. They used to bring it every 12 months, or to bring them back and chip all that bird lime off them, all that sort of thing, and the anchor chains, which I used to measure, and if they were undersized, they'd have to be replaced and all that sort of business. But the crew of the Cape Leeuwin, they used to go aboard the breaksea spit and winch the anchor chain in by hand, like up and down, and they used to get that seasick. On this, because she used to roll so much. Anyhow, I was there when, at the time when the engineer designed a mechanical apparatus to winch the anchor chain in, and they put that on the breaksea spit then, so that the crew wouldn't have to go on board and winch it on, and get so seasick. I was in the water police for 10 years, and I was on the biggest disaster in Morton Bay when the Captain Neilsen overturned out here. Oh, yeah. All those men were drowned on it. Yeah. And I was on night duty that night, and there were 3 of us, and we went out on the police boat. And I had Ivan Adams with us. He was a diver. They brought more divers out. And there were fellows trapped in airlocks in the
Where was it?
Out here in Morton Bay, just off Tangalooma. One of the crew swam to Tangalooma when she overturned. He swam to Tangalooma and raised the alarm, And then they got in touch with us at the Water Police, and we came out straight away, and then all the rescue vessels came out, and divers and that, and it was a big operation actually. And it was it's the biggest tragedy in Morton Bay, but it never gets much publicity.
No, I hadn't heard of it. I mean, we hear about the Centaur that was out of out of Morton, out in the open ocean, and
But you know, Ivan Adams, he got a Queen's Medal for it, which is almost equivalent to the VC in civilian. He's still alive. Ivan and I are the only ones alive now that took part in that rescue in the water.